Okay, so ending off where we were before, we have that top layer that's flattened, we have a bottom layer of white, and we have the full group in the middle. I've taken the eyeball, the visibility off of these two layers and just left the top one. You'll also notice that I added a couple of little pieces, just things like triangles here. If you don't know how to do that, you can try custom shapes here in Photoshop. Go to shapes at the top, and there's all different kinds that you can choose from. And then all you have to do is click and drag to create the shape, and then you can copy those shapes, obviously, and you can move them around a bunch. Alright, so I'm going to put one here. You can use the arrow tools on your keyboard to get it to go the same way. Alright, and then I'm going to put one more there. Okay, so I'm going to grab all these layers now, right click, merge those layers. Everything looks good. I'm going to zoom out so I can see it. And now, before we go into Illustrator, we have to take this top layer, drag it, and copy it. Now that we've copied it, we're going to do Command T, edit, free transform, Command T. And then we're going to right click, and we're going to flip horizontal. Now it flips itself, right? All we have to do is click, hold shift, and drag. And you can see it, right? So you're going to hit the arrows or use the move tool until it matches up. And, excuse me, to be able to tell, you got to get pretty close in. So I'm going to get it right about there. Now, right where it touches, that's where you stop it. All right? Zoom out. Everything looks good. Hit the checkbox. All right, we're in business now. You will see a little line in between from far away. Right? Shows that line. You can choose to move it over like one like that so it closes it up, and that's fine. Just like that is actually perfect for what we're trying to do. Hold shift, grab both layers, right click, merge the layers. Excellent. And then you can even move over this whole thing just a little bit so it's even on both sides. Okay, just like that. Looks pretty good to me. And we're going to do a regular save. This window's open in the background, so just close that. Do a regular save, of course. And then after the regular save, you are then going to do a file save as and save it as a PNG file, which we're going to then bring into Illustrator. Okay, so now we're going to go to File, Save As. We're going to save it here in the format as a PNG file. Save it back to the same folder. Hit Save. When this comes up, make sure you just hit OK. Okay, now once that's done, you're going to close out of this. You're going to go into Illustrator. You're going to go to File and New in Illustrator. You're going to make sure it says letter size. Make sure it says inches. 8.5 by 11 is good. You can even name it up here, and this should have your name. So in this case, if it was Andre's folder here, we put his name, and then we would put, this is called Day of Dead, right? So we're going to do that, and then we'll call it like ill for Illustrator. Hit OK. So this is the new file. From here, you're going to go to File and Place. Once you're in there, you have to find your way back to your folder in Graphics. Once you get to your folder, you're going to open up that file, the PNG file. You make sure that link and template are not checked and hit place. Once this is in there like that, that looks pretty good. You're going to make sure you click on it and go to the word Live Trace up top. It converts raster images into tracing objects, and you're going to click that. So Illustrator is going to do a lot of the work here for you in a nice way. And it looks pretty nice. Now you can mess with the settings. I left it at default, but you could try things like hand-drawn sketch or detailed illustration also works. But I'm going to leave it with the defaults right now. I think that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to leave it like that. But I still have it clicked, and before I do anything else, I have to click Expand at the top. And once I do Expand, you see it actually drew every single little piece for us. Looks real good. So now I'm going to click away from it. What I'm going to do is take the group selection tool, this one with the white arrow with the plus sign. I'm going to click on the black piece, the largest kind of black piece that I can find. And from there, I'm going to try and lock it. Alright? Now after I've locked it, I'm going to then click and drag again over the entire top of it. And you see a lot of other pieces show up. At that point, once they all show up like that, I'm going to go to Edit, Cut, and then Edit, Paste in Front. And all those pieces come to the front now. So, here's all you have to do once you've done those steps. You literally, I'm going to zoom in real nice so you can see, okay? You literally click on a piece, give it a color. Click on a piece, give it a color. If you click on a piece and you want it to be like, let's say you can hold Shift and grab a few different pieces, like I can grab this one, I'm holding Shift, grab this one, and I want them to be the same as this color, I can use the eyedropper tool on my toolbar and just click and fill those in also. And that's the basics of how you're going to color this in. I'm going to click away so you can see it better. You're going to color in the entire thing, all of the pieces, all the ones that you can color in. For your background, which might be a separate piece, you can try different different colors like that, okay? And we'll work with different backgrounds to it also at some point. So make sure you save at this point.
What's up?
One second.